Hey kids, it's Lisa here, and I am filming outside in my at my home in Oregon at night for a bit of a random reason. I just got back about 15 minutes ago from a wonderful weekend of mindfulness teachers gathering, actually mindfulness-based stress reduction teachers of the Pacific Northwest. It was a truly magical gathering, sharing notes, practices, me getting to talk about the tarot, which was wonderful, and just all sorts of mindfulness geekdom, if there is such a thing. And it was on Vashon Island in Washington State, and I kept trying. We were meeting all day and doing all sorts of practices from before the sun rose until after the sun set. So I kept trying to film something in the moments I had free on the right on the shore of the Puget Sound, and it was windy, and I'll see if I maybe can put in a little bit of a clip from what I tried to film. Hi kids, I'm fussing here. It did not make for compelling video. Not that this is truly compelling video, this is just me standing in the pitch black, but I wanted to capture a little bit of that outdoor feel. Share the Pacific Northwest with you. It's a very sweet time of year. The winter has not been too blustery, but just that wonderful rain and wind and coolness in the air. So this week's mindfulness tip is a method called STOP. And STOP is an acronym, so each letter of the word stands for another word. So the S in STOP stands for stop. The T stands for take a breath. The O stands for open, or observe. Either one works, but that opening that we can even feel in our chest and our rib cage and our shoulders as we breathe in. And the P stands for proceed, like move along, go ahead, continue as you were. So STOP is an acronym to remind us what we can do in moments that are challenging or overwhelming, or where we feel triggered or reactive, or moments of conflict. Just that sense of hitting the pause button. I'm sorry, my light keeps doing that. Hitting the pause button in the middle of what can be life moving too fast. So, a moment happens, we're aware, maybe dimly, that we need a little time out, and just stopping for the moment it takes to take a breath. And then opening, leaning into the intensity of our sensations or our emotions in that moment, rather than pushing away against the moments in life or reacting out of the moments of life that trigger us, that push our buttons. Just opening a little bit, unclenching a little bit, letting the belly soften, letting the muscles of the face or the throat just unclench. And that O, which can stand for open, also can stand for observe, because that moment of opening can also be a moment of noticing how it is for us right now. What am I feeling? What am I experiencing? What thoughts are in my mind? And then, this is just a micro break. This is just a brief hitting of the pause button. We move right back into things. We proceed. This is not about trying to fix our lives. This is not about trying to change anything. This is simply pausing. And that pause can make all the difference. That pause can change our life. So Viktor Frankl, no relation to me. The names are spelled differently. One of my names, Lisa Frankel Tishman. Viktor Frankl, who was a Holocaust survivor and a psychologist, and really wrote an amazing book called Man's Search for Meaning. I'll put a link to it in the description. Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom. So between the moment we were triggered and our moving into life, there is a space. And this stop is giving us a chance to pause in the middle of that boom boom of life's activity and our reactivity. So hit the pause button, stop, take a breath, open, proceed. Thank you all for listening, and as always, thanks for your practice.